So we have a square that has been divided into 4 equal sections. So if I were to label my 4 sections, I would say that this part is 1/4 of my square. Or I could also say it's 1/4 of my square. This section is also 1/4 or 1/4 of my square. Now I have written in 2/4 or 2/4 of my square. Now I'm going to write in the next section. This also is 1/4 of my square. I have written in so far 3/4 of my square or 3/4 of my square. All right, here's my final 4th. And I can also say that is 1/4 of my square. I've written in all 4 sections, all of the 4ths of my square. So every single quarter of my square has been written in. So what we can look at here to compare, I have another square divided into 4ths or quarters. So let me fill this one in. Oh, I have 1/4 of my square filled in with a quarter. Now I have 2/4 of my square filled in. Now I have 3/4 of my square filled in. And now I have 4/4 of my square filled in. So we can use our knowledge from fractions to apply to our quarters and know that there are 4 quarters that make a whole dollar, just like there are 4 quarters or 4 halves that make my entire square that's divided into 4 sections. Okay? Okay, so now let's use some different points to make 100 cents. So we already know, we had our entire board filled in over here of how many pennies did it take to make $1? That's right, 100. We needed 100 pennies to make 100 cents or $1. So now let's look at our nickels. For pennies we counted by 1s, but how do we count when we have our nickels? That's right, by 5s. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So again, we know when we have 100 cents, that equals $1. So how many nickels did it take? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 nickels. All right, let's bring out our dimes. How do we count when we're counting our dimes? By 10s, that's right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100 cents equals $1. Let's see how many dimes it took. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It takes 10 dimes to make $1. All right, just as a review, we just talked about quarters. How do we count when we are counting quarters? By 25s, that's right. 25, 50, 75, 100. 100 cents or $1. So how many quarters did it take to reach $1? 4 quarters. Probably be the easiest coin to use when we're paying for items in the grocery store. That way our pockets aren't jingling. All right, so now I'm going to show you an item. And this is a time when I need you guys to have your coins out. So you should have, let me do a check, 3 quarters. 3 quarters. You should also have 5 dimes. So count your dimes. You should have 4 nickels and 12 pennies. So I'm just going to throw a bunch of pennies up here. That way I'm caught up with you. So again, 3 quarters, 5 dimes, 4 nickels, and 12 pennies. You aren't going to use all of those coins, but we need all those out for you to pick from. All right, so I'm selling today an adorable ladybug pet rock. This ladybug is on sale for 60 cents. 60 cents. All right, so your job for me right now is to show me using quarters and pennies, just quarters and pennies. How would you make 60 cents? Just using your quarters and pennies. Show me what 60 cents would look like. All right, so I will go ahead and bring some of my coins down. So I'm going to bring 1 quarter down. So far I have 25 cents. So I think I can go a little bit higher. I'm not at 60 yet. Let me bring another quarter down. 25.50. So if I bring another quarter down, that'll bring me to 75 cents. That is too much. Let me bring that one back up. All right, so I'm at 50, so now I need to use pennies because that was my job, just to use quarters and pennies. All right, so I'm at 50. Now I count by ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 60 cents with my quarters and my pennies. How many pennies did I need to bring down after I brought my 2 quarters down? 10. That's right, I needed 10 pennies. All right, so bring those pennies back up. This time, we're going to use quarters again, but this time I want you to use quarters and nickels. Okay, so I know I need my 50 cents, my 2 quarters. How many nickels will I need to bring down? All right, so I'm going to start working on mine. So I have 50 already. If I bring a nickel down, I need to count by 5. So if I start at 50 and 5 more, that would be 55. I'll bring One more nickel down. 5 more than 55, counting my fives, 60. I'm at 60. So let's count that again together. 25, 50. Now I need to switch, counting my fives. 55, 60. So how many nickels did I need? Just 2. That was a lot easier than pennies. All right, bring those nickels back up. This time, I'd like you to make the same thing, 60 cents to buy my pet rock, but using only quarters and dimes. I think this might be the easiest one. All right, I think you guys have it. Let me bring mine down. I already have 50 cents with my quarters. Let me count 25, 50. And if I count by tens for my dimes, I'm already at 60. I only need 1 dime. Let's count that again. 25, 50, 60. Well done. We'll bring our dime back up, bring our quarters back up. All right, first graders, your favorite part is coming up. Word problems. All right. I think you're going to like these though. Let me push all my coins up here. That way we have enough room. All right, here's my first word problem. Owen got 50 cents from his grandmother. His grandfather gave him 2 dimes. How much money does Owen have? All right, word problems. First thing, you find the question. And we know it's the question because there's a question mark at the end of it. All right, so here's our question. How much money does Owen have? What information did they give us? Let's see. Here's one. He got 50 cents from his grandmother. What a kind grandmother. All right, we also know that he got 2 dimes from his grandfather. Also very, very kind. So if we know that he received 50 cents and we know that he received 2 dimes, and the question is, how much money does Owen have? Are we supposed to add those numbers together, or do we need to subtract some money? That's right, we need to add some money together to find out how much Owen has all together. All right, so we know, let me do our worksheet circles. Oh, actually no, the circle is for our symbols. I've been out of school too long. All right, so we have a square, circle, square, circle, and a square. All right, so we know we're adding our 2 numbers together, aren't we? And we know that our answer, we need an equal sign before we write our answer. Here's a hint. I would draw a picture. And also, anytime, so they share the money 2 different ways. Here they write 50 cents, but here they write 2 dimes. So I think we should go ahead, when we draw our picture, just draw dimes. That will make things a little bit easier. So how many dimes would that be? If Owen has 50 cents, how many dimes would that be? Yeah, that would be 5. All right, so I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put my little D in here. When we're doing our worksheet, that helps us to know that's a dime. So that's how much he got from his grandmother. How many dimes did he receive from his grandfather? 2. All right, so let me draw 2 more dimes. These are how many dimes he has all together. So let's fill in those numbers. He received 50 cents, which is 5 dimes. So we want to make sure that we write 50 cents here. plus, how much is 2 dimes? How much money is that? 20 cents, that's right. 20 cents, 50 cents plus 20 cents. So let's add up our money. How do we count when we count dimes? By tens. All right, so let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that's how much money Owen has. 50 cents plus 20 cents equals 70 cents. Well done. All right, we have one more. Let's see, what's it gonna be? All right, here's our next word problem. Jonah found 75 cents on his dresser. Lucky boy. He found 3 nickels under his bed. How much money did Jonah find? All right, so first thing, what is the question? Well, I have a question mark right here that lets me know this is the question. How much money did Jonah find? So what information did they give us? Well, the first thing, 75 cents. That's the first bit of money that he found. He also, under his bed, he found 3 nickels. Perfect. All right, so they gave us 2 bits of information, that he found 75 cents on his dresser, and then Jonah also found 3 nickels under his bed. And the question is, well, how much money did Jonah find? And we pretty much can fit into that sentence all together. We want to know how much money Jonah now has after he went searching all over his room. So what are we going to do with those 2 numbers? Are we adding them or are we subtracting them? That's right, we're adding those numbers. So let me put those squares and circles down here for us to fill in. So I already know we're adding those 2 numbers, and I need an equal sign for our sum. All right, so again, they give us our money in 2 different forms. I have 75 cents, and I also have 3 nickels written here. So if I'm going to draw a picture, I'm going to draw nickels. All right, so to make 75 cents, I'm going to count by 5s to make sure that I have enough nickels, okay? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Sometimes when we're drawing those pictures, especially that many, it's a good idea to go back just to make sure that you have enough, because you don't want that to be your mistake when you get the wrong answer at the end. So let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Good job. All right, so that's the 75 cents that he found on his dresser. Now we need the 3 nickels that he found under his bed. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to fill in that amount here. 75 cents he found on his dresser. And then I have my 3 nickels here. How much money is that? Let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. That's 15 cents. So if I have 75 cents plus 15 more cents, how much money does he have all together? So now I can count all of my nickels by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So 90 cents was found all together Lucky Jonah. All right, well done. So on your worksheet, first graders, you are going to be doing exactly what we just went over. You're going to identify all the different coins and tell me what they're worth, how much money they're worth. You are also going to show me how to count by quarters. You remember how to do that? So 4 quarters, right? 25, 50, 75, 100, or $1. Good job. You're also going to make 100 cents with dimes. You're also going to make 100 cents with nickels. You know how to do that. You're going to be shown groups of coins and you have to count them and let me know how much money is shown. And then you have one word problem that's very similar to the ones that we just worked on. All right, continue working so hard, first graders, and I will see you soon, hopefully. Bye.